Good afternoon, this is Vice Admiral Trevelyan, and I'm pleased to have you here again. I'm going to talk about Season 9 today in this video. Hopefully this video will be able to answer all your questions about this update, and I can't, by the way, before we continue, say that this will be a complete list of all changes, but it will be as complete as possible. Keep in mind there might be more information released between now, when I'm recording, which is the 15th, and release date, which is the 22nd of this month. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's get started. Okay, to begin with, I'd like to talk about some changes to the rep system. I've got the Borg rep system loaded up. You can probably see that there's a new rep system on there, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But right now I'm going to start talking about some of the general changes, a general overview of the changes to the system as they stand going into Season 9. First of all, the Dyson Joint Command reputation has been redesigned somewhat, not excessively. I don't have that loaded up right now, but I do want to give you a heads up that the commendations for Dyson Joint Command are going to be retired in Season 9, and they're just going to go back to straight marks like all the other commendations that have been released up to this point. Now, they are going to have a daily and hourly XP project. Cryptic said they basically did some data mining. They said commendations weren't really being used all that much. I use commendations a lot personally. I actually use them exclusively. There was a lot less grinding. I basically had to do one thing for Battle Zone each day, but they say that doing this hourly XP project and these daily XP projects will more or less take care of most of your daily needs. A daily XP project costs 30 marks to do, and an hourly costs 15 marks to do. So you can cycle through the hourly pretty quickly. I would expect with something like, say, Battle Zone, you're going to have, if you really tap out a Battle Zone run, you're going to have close to 100 marks, so you can get your daily done, and you can get a couple hourly dones at the same time. What will also help is that there's going to be a daily bonus mark pack, which will give you 55 marks, so you can basically clear out your daily and an hourly, plus if you have a little bit extra, you can get another hourly in. And by the way, all the daily and hourly XP projects will use marks, expertise, and energy credits, more or less fairly similar to what's been done for the Dyson Sphere in Season 8, but with the changes I listed above, which is the lack of commendations, lack of item consumption has been added on to most of these other reputations, so it's going to be a little bit less expensive potentially for you guys to complete your project. You'll get 2,500 rep XP for the daily and 200 for the hourly. The old XP levels for the reputations look like they've remained the same, so you can polish up level 1 through 3 fairly quickly, and then going forward, level 4 and level 5 will take a bit longer for you to complete. I think it would probably, if you're just going to do, say, the daily stuff and you're not even going to bother with the hourly, it's 100,000 XP to get up to the level 5 rank. So by dividing that by 2,500, they'll take you about 40 days to get up from level 0 to level 5. Probably somewhat less using the hourly, depending on how you work it, but I think you could probably shave off anywhere from 10 to 15 days if you're pretty religious with hourly XP investment. Sponsorships will be retained, so you can still grind out a sponsorship and get a 2x bonus to your rep improvement. So that would be about 40 days till 20, and probably if you want to add on the hourly stuff, you could probably even get it down to 10 days to get up to rep 5 if you have a sponsored player. Also, now the tier upgrade costs that were associated with the Dyson Sphere, the 5 marks to get to the next level, that's going to be across the board now in Season 9. So that's going to save you a lot of hassle trying to upgrade, especially the Nukara and the Romulan thing. It's pretty easy to get marks for Borg, but Romulan and especially Nukara tend to become somewhat difficult, so this will definitely save you time there. You just have to spend 5 marks and you're at the next level. Also, for all pre-Season 9 reputations, costume unlocks are only going to require 5 marks going forward, And also going forward, all new reputations will just give you costumes automatically, so you don't have to spend money for clothes. You just get them, unless it's old stuff, in which case you have to spend pretty much a token amount of material to get them. I think one of the biggest things, however, aside from the XP stuff that they're going to do, is they're going to revamp a lot of the old item sets again. The Romulan Riemann space set and the Nukara space set are going to be reworked. In addition, the space set cost in marks for the Nukara set is going to be reduced from 900 to 750, and they're all going to be Mark 12. All Mark 10 and Mark 11 stuff is going to be removed from the Rep Project stuff. Also, any items that are going to be improved from Season 8 to Season 9, from the Romulan Riemann set and from the Nukara set, the Mark 12 stuff will be automatically improved. The stats on those will change with the changing of the season, so you do not have to buy them again. Borg STF rewards are going to receive a change. You're going to have a guaranteed piece of gear instead of a random piece of gear. The chances for getting, say, a Mark 12 purple version of it in Elite mode are pretty much the same, but you're going to have more reliable gear drops in comparison to what they are right now in Season 8 for Borg STFs. Now to go along with that, the chance for extra Borg hero processors is being removed, but the costs for reputation projects are being reduced anyway, so it's not going to be a huge deal. You're basically going to get less processors, but you're going to have to spend less to get set gear. Now, it looks like they've removed the ability to spend Borg neural processors into dilithium, so if you're going to be doing item to dilithium conversion, you'll probably be sticking to the Dyson Battle Zone from now on. That's sort of what it looks like from what I've been seeing on Tribble. So keep that in mind, that even though you're going to be getting less of these items, you're just basically going to be spending less for equipment, and it's only going to be for equipment. Another thing, and this thing I definitely do like, is the dilithium store is going to be completely unlocked for your character when you actually rank up in your abilities now. So instead of having to spend additional marks and resources to unlock, secondary non-set items that would normally be associated with a reputation, you unlock your stuff, you just get it. Also, another thing they've done with the stores is that they've removed all rare objects. It's only very rare now, purples instead of blues, and it's only Mark 12 objects now. Anything below Mark 12 has been eliminated. Another difference between the daily and the hourly projects is that the daily box will award you an equipment pack when you fill it in. So if you fill in your daily, you get some special equipment. I don't know how that'll work out for Romulan and Nukara. I do remember that there's the old Borg weapon tree from Season 5 and earlier that was sort of glitchy. Maybe they'll add that into equipment packs. I have no idea. It's a possibility. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. Obviously, with Dyson, there's already equipment packs associated with that, so those I think will stay pretty much the same. And as far as the new reputation, the Undine reputation, I don't exactly know what they're going to have thrown in there. We'll probably find out when Season 9 is launched. I'm going to very briefly touch on the Undine reputation projects. There has been some information released on the SCO blog that gives us sort of a clue what that's going to be all about. The official name for the Undine reputation is the 8472 Counter Command reputation, which is basically named after Species 8472, which is the official canon Star Trek name for what STO calls the Undine. There's going to be 4 new missions associated with this reputation that'll get you Undine marks. 3 of these missions are space missions, and 1 of them is a ground mission. 2 of the missions have to deal with attacking Undine planet killers. The Dyson Sphere Space Battle Zone is sort of like the ground battle zone. It's going to be territory controlled, but with spaceships. That should be sort of interesting, but the mission I'm most interested in, personally, is the ground mission, Undine Infiltration, where teams will go to the surface of Bajor, the Bajor map that was developed as a part of the 2800 map series that was released a few years ago. You basically go back there and try to find Undine, which are hiding among the Bajorans. You'll fight Undine, you'll fight angry Bajorans who don't want foreign governments from getting in their stuff, and then it's also going to have a whodunit element. I'm going to be very interested to see how that plays out when it goes live in a couple of days. Well, anyway, that's it for now. We have a lot more to cover on this subject. I'm going to talk about the Undine rewards next time. I'm also going to try to get to the newer space dock map. It looks fantastic. I'm also going to try to talk about all the other Season 9 stuff I didn't get to in this video yet. I figure 10 minutes just going over the basics of the new reputation system is pretty good for this, and there's a lot of changes just here. So anyway, I hope you'll click like, click subscribe. And if you're interested in seeing what's happening with Season 9, come back tomorrow. I'll have a new video up. I'll try to make it a little bit quicker and get all the important information out of the way as fast as I possibly can. Needless to say, this is a huge update, as usual, for STO. Whenever there's a new season, there's a lot of information to go over, and I only have chipped the tip of the iceberg, and I've already spent 10 minutes talking about it. So, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. This is Vice Admiral Trevelyan. Take care.